gentlemen, welcome back to RAMBOMANIA, and it's time for another Ch1exerpt fan reading. It is my hope that you hearing this excerpt read, that you will go out and pick up this book. You can get it on Kindle for like $6 max. Money well spent. Seriously money well spent. A fabulous book, and one optioned by a Mr. Sylvester Stallone in 2009 or 2010, I believe, for the sequel to Rambo self-titled, aka Rambo 2008, aka Rambo, aka Rambo 4. This manuscript I'm about to read from is in fact the first version of Rambo 5. aka The Savage Hunt, or Rambo The Savage Hunt, or Rambo 5 The Savage Hunt, however you want to put it. A novel called Hunter by award-winning author Mr. James Byron Huggins. You may remember James from his novel Kane, which is a really big novel too. This is my favorite work of his, and I highly urge you to pick it up. It's money well spent. This will just blow you away. And if you are a Rambo fan, it is a must-have. So, now we're going to be doing the full spoiler review for this down the road in the future, but we're not quite there yet. But for now, here's a taste in tribute to James and Sly. Here's a little fan reading of the intro to the book. The first few scenes of the movie, what the movie could have been like on screen, how it would have opened up. I just want to say this is such a great book. You know, I really hope that maybe this will spark some interest in you, the viewer at home, to go out and pick this up. It's really worth it. You know, don't just take my word for it. Just go out there and get it and read it for yourself. You're going to be transported into places you never thought were imaginable. It's so good. So without further ado, I hope you all enjoy this excerpt from Chapter 1, the prologue. And just so you don't get confused, the man Hunter they're talking about here, or James is talking about, would have been Rambo. And it would have been awesome to see him with a giant wolf sidekick named Ghost. That animal instinct. And later on in the book, when it talks about how they get along, I won't ruin it for you, but it's respect. It's just respect. And this book deserves respect. And this author deserves respect. So behold, here, I give to you Rambo 5. The prologue. That boy dies in 4 hours. The words were all but lost beneath the roar of a low soaring helicopter that swept across the darkening sky before vanishing into cloud. Thundering past the encircling tree line, it whirled thick, cold air as the big man cast a cigar to the ground, grinding it angrily. "Sheriff Calhill!" a radio barked inside a patrol car as he turned, staring. His square face had been chafed by the bitter winter cold. He reached through the window and palmed the microphone. "This is Calhill." The voice at the other end was cautious. "Sheriff, volunteers searching the trailhead haven't found any sign of the kid, and the guard is spread out all the way to Cedar Pass, but they ain't found nothing either." The frown deepened on Calhill's broad face. "Listen," he growled. "They have 4 hours till dark. If we don't find that boy before then, he's gonna freeze to death. Weather report says we got heavy snow coming. How many birds we got in the air?" 6! Static on the line increased. But it's hard to see through the trees because the clouds are cutting the light pretty bad. Cowhill cursed under his breath and leaned against the car, which tilted at his imposing weight. "Keep everybody moving," he said. "We don't stop. Not even if we lose the light. If the rest of us are hurting, think how a 4-year-old boy feels out there." A black pickup stopped beside him as Cowhill tossed the mic onto the seat. He turned to the sound of the sliding gravel, and his mouth opened in surprise as a man, followed by a great black wolf, stepped from the door. The man came from the front of the vehicle, staring hard at Cowhill. "What do you have, Frank?" he said. The gigantic wolf turned its huge head toward the tree line. Clearly shocked, Cowhill took a moment to reply. "Damn, Hunter. I thought you was out of the country or something." "I got back a couple hours ago." Hunter bent to tighten knee-high moccasins worn over faded blue jeans. His shirt was leather, brown and worn. "Tell me quick what you got, Frank." Cowhill stepped forward, seemingly galvanized. "Well, Hunter, we got a 4-year-old boy lost out there somewhere who's going to be dead by true dark if we don't find him. I've got deputies, 300 volunteers, and 1,000 National Guardsmen out there on the North Ridge. We got dogs on the track, 6 birds in the air, but we can't find hide nor hair. It's just like the kid vanished." Moving with grim purpose and almost frightening speed, Hunter snatched a portable radio from Cowhill's squad car. Strapping it quickly to his belt, his voice was cold. "Where was the boy last seen?" "There!" Cowhill pointed up with a blurry arm. His voice was excited. "Up near the trailhead. He was there 1 minute, and then his parents say he just vanished into the trees." What was he wearing?" Hunter placed food and an emergency kit in a leather bag slung from one shoulder. He carried a single canteen on a leather case at his belt. "A red shirt, blue coat, old jeans, and tennis shoes," Cowhill answered. "He was warm enough to last the day, but he ain't gonna make it tonight." Hunter threw a coat over his shoulders. It was leather and strangely designed, coming midway down his thighs. It had double hoods that draped over his shoulders, as if one could be used to protect his head from the wind, while the other shed rain from his back. Cowhill, who had always been amazed at the design, knew Hunter had made it himself. "Dogs been over the tracks?" Hunter asked. "Yeah, dogs. Volunteers. Hell, every damn buddy." "Tell everyone to stay where they're at." Hunter frowned at the forest, which was darkening quickly. "The tracks are going to be messed up enough." He looked at the huge wolf. "Ghost," he said, with primordial strength, a terrifying animal. Strength brought to life with a single word. The enormous wolf turned, massive muscles bunching and hardening beneath the heavy black coat. The huge head, as broad as an anvil, went to the ground as it padded toward the tree line. "Hey, Hunter!" Cowhill called after him, his voice revealing a faint nervousness. "You really think you have a chance? I mean, what with the tracks and all being messed up like they are?" Hunter hesitated, and his stern eyes of strange blue, revealed a determination that chilled even more than the blast of freezing wind that rushed over them. Hunter turned away, vanishing into wild.